Hello dear students, today we will discuss about banking of road. Dear students, you already know that in curved surface or in we consider that curve road or curving, the outer edge of a road rise up because of the vehicle require centripetal force. So centripetal force, it means whenever the vehicle it is in a circular path, it's traveling along a circular path, it's a require a centripetal force. It means the one of the force act towards the center of the circle. With the presence of that force, the vehicle easily revolving around the circular path. Without this centripetal force, the vehicle or particle does not revolving around the circular path easily. For example, here I will take suppose here we consider that so this one is object and I will tie this object to this wire. Okay, so this wire always like to, it means always wants to traveling along a straight line. It means traveling along a straight line. Okay, it's a traveling along a straight line. Okay, it reaches end of this thread. Then what happens? So this object wants to move. So this reason, so direction of this object changes. Direction of object changes. For example, okay, it's traveling along a straight line. Again, the object wants to move. So this reason, so this wire produce the force towards the circle, center of the circle, like that. Okay, without this thread, then what happens? So this chop is traveling along a straight line, traveling along a straight line. With the presence of this thread, the direction of a chop is changes. So this thread provides a centripetal force. Yes. So this presence of this force, so this chop is easily revolving around the circular path. So this reason, in curved surface or curved path, whenever vehicle is start to moving in a curved path, then what happens? So this object slightly bend towards the circle, towards the center of the circle, because so this vehicle require centripetal force. Is whenever the vehicle it is present in a curved path, it's require centripetal force. To providing this centripetal force, the outer edge of a road rise up. It means height of a outer edge of a road rises compared to the inner edge. So this reason, so this vehicle is easily rotate in a curved path because outer edge, the outer edge of a vehicle, the outer edge of a road increases compared to the inner edge. So this reason, so this vehicle is easily moves on a curved path. So this reason, here this vehicle require particular velocity. Suppose the velocity of a vehicle increases, then what happens? So this vehicle come out from the road. It's a require particular velocity. If a maximum velocity, this vehicle having maximum velocity, so this vehicle suddenly skid, otherwise it come out from the road. So this reason, it's a require particular velocity. By using that velocity, so this vehicle easily crosses this curved path. Suppose maximum velocity, it's come out from the road. Yes. So this reason, it's a require particular velocity. By using that velocity, so this vehicle easily passes through this curved path. So we want to calculate the maximum velocity. The maximum velocity of a vehicle in a curved path. The maximum velocity of a vehicle in a curved path without frictional force. Without a frictional force. So this reason, here we consider that one road, it means, so this one we consider that a banked road. Okay, and this one is a horizontal surface, and this one we consider that banked road, and this one is the angle of a banking. Theta we consider that angle of a banking, and here we consider that the outer edge of a road rise up, and compared to the inner edge, height of a outer edge of a road is a maximum. Okay, and here we consider that a vehicle. So tires of vehicle. Okay, so here we consider that vehicle, it is present on a banked road. Okay, you already know that a normal reaction. So this one is a normal reaction. Okay, and here the force is present in between a banked road and tires of a car. So this one is the direction of a force. So this force we consider that a frictional force. The force between tires of a car and a road. So this one we consider that a frictional force. Okay, so here we want to calculate a normal reaction. It means we require two rectangular components. The first component, it is present along the y-axis, another one is present along the x-axis. Suppose, so this one is one of the components along the y-axis, and this one is another component present along the x-axis. Okay, so this component we consider that a n cos theta. Because so here we consider that a normal reaction. So this one is a component of this normal reaction. So this reason the component we consider that a n cos theta. And along x-axis another component is there, and this component we consider that a n sin theta. Okay, and here we consider that this one is a frictional force, and this frictional force we consider that a resultant vector. Okay, so this is also having two components. One is a x-axis, another one is a y-axis. X-axis component and a y-axis component. Okay, so here, so this one we consider that x-axis component. So this reason, so this force we consider that Fs cos theta. Why here we consider that Fs? Because of a static friction. And here along y-axis we consider that another one component. So this component we consider that Fs sin theta. Okay, so in this direction we consider that a weight of a car. So this one is a mg. Mg we consider that weight of a car. Okay, F we consider that frictional force, and these two components we consider that components of this frictional force, and these two components of a normal reaction. Okay, and here n cos theta. So this component is balanced by the two forces. Okay, the first force we consider that a weight of a car, and another one we consider that a Fs sin theta. So these two components balanced by n cos theta. It means these two forces balanced by this force n cos theta. So this reason here we consider that n cos theta is equal to the first force Fs sin theta, Fs sin theta, another one we consider that mg plus mg. It means the weight of a car. These two forces balanced by n cos theta. So this reason n cos theta is equal to Fs sin theta plus mg. Okay, and here suppose we want to calculate a weight of a car. So weight of a car mg is equal to the first one n cos theta minus Fs sin theta. S, okay, mg means weight of a car. Next one, you already know that Fs means static friction. So static friction is directly proportional to the normal reaction. So this reason the static friction is equal to, so one of the constant mu s, we consider that a coefficient of a static friction into normal reaction. So this reason, so mu s is equal to, so static friction divided by normal reaction. You already know that mu s means a static coefficient of static friction. Okay. And next one, here mg we consider that a weight of a car, and here F we consider that a frictional force between tires and the road. And next one, along this component, so this component represent a centripetal force component. Why? Because so this car start rotating like that. It means the force acting towards the center of a circle, So this reason, so this component represent a centripetal force. So this reason, the centripetal force you already know that formula, m v square divided by r. M means mass of a car, v means velocity of a car, r means a radius of a circle. And here, so we want to calculate maximum velocity. So this reason, maximum velocity in a curved path without a frictional force. So this reason, this component represent centripetal force. Along this component, here we consider that two components. It means this one we consider that a centripetal force. So here we consider that two components present. One component is normal reaction, another component of a static friction. So this reason you already know that two vector act along same direction. So then what happen? We just add these two vectors. It means, so here the centripetal force m v square by r, so maximum velocity is equal to, along this x-axis we consider that two components, one component of normal reaction and another component of a static friction. So this reason here we consider that n sin theta plus fs cos theta. These two components represent a centripetal force. When we add these two components, then we get a centripetal force. Okay, so this equation we consider that 1 and this equation is a 2. Okay, so dividing equation 2 by 1, because we want to calculate a maximum velocity of a car in a curved path without a frictional force. So this reason, dividing equation 2 by 1 is, okay, so here m v square divided by r, and the first equation mg, it means equation 2 by equation 1 is equal to, equation 2 we consider that n sin theta plus fs cos theta divided by, here equation 1 n cos theta minus fs sin theta. Okay, so here we consider that equation 2 by equation 1. Okay, you already know that the mu s is equal to fs by n and Fs we consider that mu s into n. So mu s is nothing but coefficient of static friction, n means a normal reaction. So this reason here m get cancelled, so v square divided by Rg v square maximum divided by Rg is equal to n sin theta plus Fs cos theta. So here Fs we consider that mu s into n is mu s into n cos theta whole divided by n cos theta minus mu s into n sin theta. Okay, so here n get cancelled, n value get cancelled as, one second. Okay, so n value get cancelled and the remaining we get sin theta. So here v square maximum divided by Rg. So here n sin theta plus mu s cos theta divided by, sorry, n get cancelled, it means cos theta minus mu s sin theta. Okay, so dividing each term by cos theta, it means, so cos theta by cos theta get cancelled. Here v square divided by Rg is equal to sin theta divided by cos theta plus mu s cos theta divided by cos theta whole divided by cos theta by cos theta minus mu s sin theta by cos theta. You already know that sin by cos means tan theta. So this reason, so v square maximum is equal to sin by cos tan theta plus mu s, so cos by cos 1 divided by cos by cos 1 minus mu s sin by cos tan theta. Okay, so v square maximum divided by Rg. So here we consider that Rg. So here the maximum velocity of a car without a frictional force. Without frictional force means a mu s value we consider that 0. When mu s is 0, it means a maximum velocity square is, so maximum velocity square is equal to Rg into tan theta plus 0, 1 minus 0 into tan theta 0. So this reason v square is there. Okay, so here we take a root, it means a v maximum velocity without a frictional force between tire of a car and a banked road is v maximum is equal to whole root of Rg into tan theta. Yes, v maximum is equal to whole root of Rg into tan theta. Okay, so this one here we consider that equation of a maximum velocity of a car in a curved path without a frictional force between tires of a car and a banked road, or we consider that a mention of a car on a banked road derivation. Okay. So here the frictional force not needed at all to provide a necessary centripetal force, and there is practically no wear and tear of tires, because we don't consider that any frictional force, and here we consider that a centripetal force.